Engaging students, inspiring change, enriching community. These words state a bold and clear vision for this campus. At the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, student success and community connections drive and define our goals, while graduation rates and student retention are significant, measurable outcomes. The most important sign of our achievement is how well equipped our students are to solve today's challenging issues.
Hello, I'm Steve Angle, Chancellor of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Educating students is the reason we exist. The UTC experience questions, engages, and educates our students to display a passion for excellence in all that they do.
Getting that real-world experience, whether it's in class or in an internship especially, really does help students a lot.
UTC is a community-engaged university that offers a comprehensive educational experience of professional career programs combined with the traditional liberal arts and sciences. Our faculty and staff encourage and inspire students to excel to their greatest potentials. A student's time at UTC is meaningful, sustainable, and instills a lifelong inquisitiveness to always learn more.
I think it was the mixture of really getting involved, starting my freshman year all the way up until this point, and so making sure that UTC wasn't just my academic career, and making sure that became my future, my character, who I am, my leadership skills, what I've learned and how to apply that to the real world.
Our campus continues to earn accolades and distinctions. In the most recent Tennessee Outcomes-Based Funding Formula, UTC had the highest increase for all state universities and community colleges. The improvement came from our continued successes in student progression and degree production. This is more than bragging rights. Our performance bar is set even higher, and we are identifying areas of distinction and pursuing them with vigor and passion. UTC is a welcomed partner and a contributing voice in the development of the long-term vision and health of our community and region.
Our community holds us accountable to recruit and graduate students with the knowledge, talent, and skills to be leaders. We readily accept the challenge of attracting students who have a stake in the community and want to be an active player in the continued growth of the region. If we are successful, our graduates will add diversity as well as quality and knowledge to our community.
Hiring is one of the most expensive processes a company can go through. And to remove the unknowns about that, a local student being trained at a local university with a quality level that we all understand, we all accept, and we all celebrate, that's nimble about how they approach the careers of their graduates, that's a winning combination. It's going to be very, very important for the community of Chattanooga and the Hamilton County beyond that.
UTC's strategic plan clearly states our core values and broad goals and encompasses the operation of our campus. It charts the course for relentlessly pursuing excellence and a commitment to diversity and inclusion.
I measure my success from not only seeing the student master the technology, but seeing that passion to succeed. But when they go above and beyond the expectation, ding, we got it, we have magic.
For us, the three tenets in our vision, engaging students, inspiring change, and enriching community, say it all. Our successes and our connections occur in the classrooms, studios, and laboratories, in extracurricular activities, through internships and applied research initiatives, and on the fields of athletic competition. In higher education, when we truly find those connecting points in the communities we serve, we open doors to opportunity.
At UTC, we build relationships, convening people who come from different places, different generations, and different life experiences around a table with little definition. We give shape and form to experiences that sharpen the edges of dreams and concepts into reality.
UTC was one of the best decisions that I've made in my adult life. I wasn't really sure where to come to college, but as soon as I stepped on the campus, I knew it was home. So for an 18-year-old, I feel like I made a really good decision, and I wouldn't change that for the world.
Students are our future. They are the reason we are here. And their success will be the measure of how well we execute our mission. Join us on this life-changing journey to achieve excellence.
Thank you for coming. I hope that makes you feel proud about being a part of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga and what we do each and every day. UTC is not just a place in Chattanooga. UTC is people. And I feel so fortunate to work with such a talented, dedicated, passionate group of people. Since my arrival in July of 2013, we've been on a journey together, a journey to excellence. I took this job because of you, because of each and every one of you, and what you do and how you do it. You've helped to build a strong university that is poised to achieve true excellence. And I came to be a part of this and share that journey with you. Last year at my State of the University address, we discussed a vision for UTC that focused on engaging students, inspiring change, and enriching our community. This is now our official vision statement. Since then, we've worked to develop a new strategic plan and a collaborative effort that brought together our campus and our community. Our strategic plan is a blueprint for the next 5 years and will be a dynamic, constantly reviewed, and at times tweaked document so that our goals and measurements remain relevant and tied to real-time events. It charts the course for relentlessly pursuing excellence while focusing on students. There should be no question that students are the reason that we exist as a university. The next steps are to connect our campus plan with each unit, college, and department. This process is underway. As a liberal arts university, UTC's students become knowledgeable in their fields of study as well as the world around them. The classroom experience is augmented by opportunities to participate in scholarship, research, creative activities, and internships on our campus and in our community. Involvement in student government, newspaper, clubs, athletics, organizations, internships, and community service helps our students see how their academic major fits into the real world. We strive to challenge, inspire, and encourage our students to excel to their greatest potential. This past year has been one of remarkable success. One of our students, Robert Fisher, was named a Rhodes Scholar, a most impressive accomplishment by an incredible young man. In 2012, we had a 37.1% six-year graduation rate, something we desperately wanted to improve. This year, we've improved to 43.8%. We're about 57% if you look at students who graduate from another university within that six-year time period also. So also in 2012, we had a first to second year retention rate of 67.4%, and this year it's 72.1%. So we're moving the dial based on the many good things that were put in place before my arrival, as well as what we've done since. People are working hard, and it's paying off. Gifts to the university have more than doubled from $6.3 million to over $14 million this past year. With the help and support of the UT system, we're using the blue and gold Power C as our campus logo, not just for athletics, but on our letterhead, on our business cards, on this presentation. This is huge. With our Power C and University of Tennessee at Chattanooga logos, we benefit from the UT brand. At the same time, we create our own identity that speaks to quality and says Chattanooga is important and that traditions matter. I thought that this marketing would take us perhaps 2 years or more, and in less than 18 months, that Power C is our logo, and that's a big accomplishment for all of us. Also, this past year, we opened an incredible new library in the heart of our campus. This has been a productive year for UTC, and we should all be proud of these accomplishments. And congratulations for a job well done, because people have been working hard and it is really paying off. At UTC, our university family includes students, faculty, and staff from different locales, backgrounds, and life experiences. Our strength lies in our diversity. Goal number 4 of our strategic plan is to embrace diversity and inclusion as a path to excellence and societal change. What does it mean? To achieve excellence requires us to embrace diversity and inclusion. But this commitment must be much more than words. Our actions need to reflect this commitment. One thing that we must do is to build a more diverse faculty at all levels, adjunct, lecturer, and tenure track. We're attracting a diverse group of students from across Tennessee who are among the best and brightest on our campus. Now it is up to us to provide the faculty role models that look like them. Our UTC DAC, Diversity Advocacy Council, is developing a campus diversity plan and will provide a boilerplate diversity plan to each college so that each college can customize it for their particular discipline. Faculty hiring will be explicitly addressed in each college diversity plan with goals and accountability. As part of our new budget process, we will approve faculty searches, at least tentatively, pending budget concerns, before April 1st each year so that search committees can be formed, trained, and cast a wide net to build a diverse pool of candidates. For example, this year, requests to hire faculty that will begin in August of 2017 will be approved before April 2016. With this advance notice comes responsibilities. Searches that do not have a diverse pool will be shut down or redirected until we can develop a plan to build a diverse pool. This is tough, but we can do this. I've lived under this kind of model, and I've seen it work, and we can make it work here. We're working with our students to foster discussions and dialogues on diversity that will challenge us to put ourselves in the shoes of people who are very different than we are. We must open the way for greater awareness of what it means to live and learn in a diverse global marketplace of ideas, opportunities, and challenges. We're working to expand our international programs to offer more students the option to study abroad and to attract more international students and faculty to our campus and our community. We hope to bring the world to Chattanooga. Takeo Suzuki joined UTC on September 8th. This is his 6th and he is our Director of International Programs, and he's going to help us do just that. When you look at our campus by the numbers this fall, we have 11,388 student FTE. More than 1,200 of those are graduate students. The average high school GPA for incoming freshmen is 3.44, and over 92% of them have a Hope Scholarship. So the quality is very high. This year we have a decrease of 165 student FTE from last year. We have 295 fewer freshmen. Fortunately, increased retention and increased number of transfer students have offset some of the losses in freshmen, but not all. We knew that the Tennessee Promise might have a significant impact on our enrollment, and we planned for this. But we must make this a one-year aberration. Make no mistake that student tuition and state support pay our salaries and run our operation. We need to be concerned. The budget impact of 165 student FTE is significant. 1.3 million less in tuition revenue, 329,000 plus less in fees, student activity fees, athletic fee, library fee, tech fee. Those numbers add up. Auxiliary income is down over $500,000. This is mainly bookstore and food services. You may not know that the annual surpluses in auxiliaries have funded our one-time salary bonus program. Without a surplus, There will be no one-time salary bonus program. Fortunately, we have funding to bridge the budget shortfall due to the budget rebalancing process that we went through last year. No budget reductions are planned in response to this enrollment decrease. Facing the Tennessee Promise, we conducted a budget rebalancing process, had a callback of 4.75%. We also had a voluntary retirement incentive program that saw 82 staff and faculty retire. The budget callback has done its job to provide funds for investment and to give us budget flexibility in the event of an enrollment downturn. We can fully fund our fiscal year 16, that's the year we're currently in, we can fully fund our fiscal year 16 budget even with the downturn in enrollment. Several people have asked about the planned merit salary increase of an additional 1.5%. You recall we already funded an across-the-board 1.5% salary increase. An additional 1.5% merit market-based increase for a total of 3% this year will be funded this fiscal year, and it's made possible by that budget rebalancing process. So this is a wake-up call. Competing with free tuition is difficult, but it can be done. We can do it. Enrollment drives our budget, tuition pays our salary. But when you look at why should a student come to UTC, we have a long list of reasons why they should come and the difference that it will make in their life. And we need to talk about this. I want to talk about a few things that we're already doing and planning to ensure that this is a one-time slip in enrollment. We're finishing a one-stop student services center on the first floor of the University Center, our new Mocs 1 Center. It will open next month and provide a single place for students to get 90% of their enrollment issues resolved. All student services related to records, bursar, financial aid, admissions will now be in the University Center. We're attempting to get the word out that everyone must understand recruiting is all of our jobs, each and every one of us. This isn't just admissions, but we are all active recruiters for the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. We all need to work hard to provide a student-friendly environment. We're also looking to quickly adopt best practices and have formed an enrollment management advisory committee that will be chaired by Yancey Freeman, and will have representation from almost every unit on campus. We're going to do a better job of telling our story. A retirement in our marketing and communications group has created a vacancy that will allow us to add marketing expertise to our staff. After talking with Associate Vice Chancellor Chuck Cantrell about the best way to do this, we are searching for a Vice Chancellor for Marketing and Communications with a strong focus on strategic marketing. Chuck has told me that he sees the need for this position, wants to continue to contribute to our campus efforts, but would prefer not to take on the job of strategic marketing and the Vice Chancellor level position. So this search is currently underway. We're working to market that four-year experience as we recruit students. Why come to UTC? Clearly, it's not just what happens in the classroom. What happens in the classroom is expected to be excellent, and it is. But it's that total student experience tied to being a residential student or an engaged commuter student, one who applies classroom knowledge to research, scholarship, solving problems in our community, a student who is active in clubs, organization, and other activities on campus. We're also working to forge even stronger relationships with community colleges. UTC has dual admission agreements with Cleveland State and Chattanooga State community colleges. We jointly admit freshmen, develop a clear path to a four-year degree, and provide joint advising to ensure that that clear path is understood and followed by the students. We must integrate our student development and academic programs to complement and reinforce each other, focusing on this 4-year experience. We're in a technology revolution in a time of great change for higher education. This is an exciting time to be at a university. Online education will be an important part of our future, but the 4-year campus experience is who we are and what we do. It is not just about what students learn, it is who they become as a result of their experience on our campus that counts. And we have to take advantage of this. The notion of preparing students to be productive, contributing citizens of our society has long been a part of higher education, as has the challenges of dealing with technology and a changing business climate. I found this quote from George Bernard Shaw in 1914 to be particularly interesting, that the focus of the university is not to teach things that can now be taught as well as or better by university extension lectures or by private tutors or modern correspondence classes with gramophones. We go to them, universities, to become socialized, to acquire the hallmark of communal training, to become citizens of the world instead of inmates of the enlarged rabbit hutches we call homes, to learn manners and become unchallengeable ladies and gentlemen. Restated, the 4-year university experience matters. Our job is not just to convey information, it's to prepare engaged citizens of our society. As a community-engaged liberal arts university that focuses on applied research, solving problems, we're in a position of strength to seize the opportunities afforded by the technology revolution, and I assume you guys will take care of that. And it's, as I utter the words technology revolution, it's quite ironic that it pops up at that point. And define the future of our university and our community. We really do have the ability to define our future and that of our community at the same time. So if somebody needs to come up here, I will move aside. You can do that. I am excited and optimistic about the future of UTC, and want to take the remainder of our time to talk about why? What makes me so optimistic about where we're going? So our strategic plan calls for UTC to serve our students and community by identifying key multidisciplinary collaborative areas of teaching, research, and service in which we can be recognized as excellent. These areas must be tied to the economic and social needs of our region and our state. By design, we focus on applied research, solving problems, and engage our students at every level of this endeavor. Research, scholarship, and creative expression are interconnected and vital to the health of our region and the education that we offer. We're physically located in the Innovation District of Chattanooga, and we must leverage this advantage to better educate our students. We couldn't have planned this better, to have an innovation district right at our back door. As I look to UTC, I see 4 areas of strength, 3 of them very interdisciplinary. Areas that might provide opportunity for us. These are a work in progress, not intended to exclude your choices, but they're representative of the opportunities before us, and there are areas where we might impact and enrich our community. First, teacher education. Our region has come together and declared the most important issue facing Greater Chattanooga is educational attainment and workforce training. One place UTC can lead the way is building an outstanding teacher education program, something that we intend to do. Wellness and healthy living. Dr. Gary Lagoy, the head of our Health and Human Performance Department, is leading an effort focused on community wellness and active living, leveraging strengths in nursing, occupational therapy, physical therapy, health and human performance, nutrition, athletic training, data analytics, engineering, science, social work, interior design, and others. We have an opportunity to define and integrate best practices to manage wellness rather than focus on the treatment of illness. Prevention and empowering people to have the best quality of life, whatever their circumstances. Personalized medicine is here today, and we can take this to the next level, working with a broad array of community partners, including the UT School of Medicine here in Chattanooga. And we have a long list of partners. And I think I listed the Vicki Gregg Chair of Nursing in here, which is just visible under the box. Vicki Gregg happens to be in the audience today also, the chair in gerontology, and it's a pleasure to have her here, a member of our Board of Trustees. So I tried touching the box. That was the easy thing. Computational modeling and simulation. Our new Vice Chancellor for Research, Dr. Joanne Romani, and Dr. Reinhold Mann, Interim Director of the SIM Center, are working to redefine our SIM Center and link it to other departments across campus. And fourth, fine arts, putting together music, theater, the Southeast Center for Education and the Arts, the Patent Series. We have the synergy and expertise to not just make the arts better, but to be involved in the future development of the arts in our community and our society. This list is not exhaustive or exclusive, but together we must define a few areas that will define UTC, interdisciplinary areas where we will be simply outstanding and lead the way. Whatever we choose, we must focus on students, engaging them in discovery, scholarship, and creative activity. This should be the hallmark for UTC. Come to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga and learn by doing. I promise you I touched nothing. So the technology revolution is having a bit of a challenge. But another reason that I am so excited about our future is Chattanooga. So things are happening here. What a great place to live. You couldn't be anywhere better today in terms of weather and environment. But when you look at what's happening in government, business, innovation, the arts, outdoor activities, Chattanooga is the place to be. Our challenge is to incorporate the activity in our community into how we educate our students. How do we address and offer solutions for the problems and issues facing our region, and also provide a stage for faculty, staff, and students to engage in scholarship, in research, and creative expression? We look to Chattanooga and our region to be both our laboratory and our classroom. Our students must apply their classroom knowledge to solving real-world problems. Learn by doing. Over the last 2 years, we have constructed new bridges to this hub of activity that is Chattanooga. Prior to my arrival, UTC had many great partnerships in our community, programmatic connections to our community. Our faculty, staff, and students have long been engaged. The past 2 years, we've worked to ensure that we're strategic and actively encourage and reward that activity. And we're working on the reward and faculty evaluation. How does this fit? How do we factor that into our EDO process? Ann Yoakum joined UTC in July as our new Director of Community Partnerships. And Ann will help us harness the momentum in Chattanooga and on our campus to forge alliances with companies, government, and organizations. So we're increasing our physical connections to our community. We're partnering with our community to forge corridors of connection, not just programmatic ones, but physical corridors of connection that promote action and involvement. And here's a place I'd like to show a picture of our new housing on the corner of Vine and Houston. a new $69 million, 600-bed housing complex near McKenzie Arena, and it will formally break ground next month. I think it's October 11th is the tentative date we have. It will front on Vine and Houston streets and have a 2-story underground parking garage with over 650 parking places. We'll house a branch of the UTC bookstore on the ground level facing the corner of Vine and Houston, as well as food services. Unum is going to develop the balance of that side of the street of Vine Street all the way up to Georgia. So that is going to be an energized street. And working with Benwood Foundation, River City, and the city of Chattanooga, we're also planning to enhance the Martin Luther King corridor and engage with the Innovation District. And we're also working with Erlanger Hospital in our community along 3rd Street as we build partnerships with the UT School of Medicine, Erlanger, Siskin, and other health organizations. Maybe I'll just see. So we're probably down about slide 19. Okay. So Mike needed to come up here and take a bow for the video because he and Chuck and Jake were also involved, and they did a great job. The video you saw at the beginning, that was these guys. And I don't think we employed them as computer techs through Tom Hoover's operation, but we'll... there we go. Here's an end. Okay. Thank you. So this is the Vine Street housing with the Barnes & Noble. The blue car is on Houston and what will be. So students who live in the housing right next door, Johnson O'Bear, when we do cement pours at 2 a.m., as I heard yesterday, it's going to be noisy, and we're going to hear some things from them and our neighbors. So UTC owns 27 acres in and around Ingalls Stadium, and we're planning to build an intramural sports complex, a place for students to stay fit and engage with each other. But we also want this to be a resource for our community, and we're going to include them in the planning of this facility. These physically forged community ties and extensions will create activity and even greater connections in the future. There's so many great things happening on our campus in terms of the physical environment, it's hard to keep them all straight. I've asked our campus facilities group to develop a website for capital projects that we will update regularly. When are we renovating Holt Hall? What happened with Lupton Library? Did we decide not to renovate that? Is the College of Business doing some building inside the second floor of Fletcher Hall? And what is that project? When is it going to be done? Is my coffee shop coming back in Fletcher Hall? This site will be up and running so that we can answer these kind of questions and keep track, because there is a lot happening on campus. We have dirt moving in Chamberlain Field, and isn't that great to see? You can imagine what that's going to look like. So we hope that that will be up by the end of October. Our successes and our connections occur in the classroom, extracurricular activities, internships, applied research, and on the competitive athletic field. This is another connection to our community that we can't minimize the importance of. Our athletic programs are a gateway to the university, the front door to UTC. We strive for excellence in all we do, and athletics are doing their part, winning Southern Conference championships, a 3.11 average GPA for student athletes in spring 2015, and I cut out a number of other things. We're planning an addition to McKenzie Arena that will provide desperately needed space for our athletic programs. This project will be funded by gifts and will literally change the face of the Roundhouse. This view is from 4th Street looking at the Roundhouse with an addition to it that we're currently working to raise money for. We live in a passionate, caring, and generous community, and the relationship between UTC and Chattanooga is symbiotic. Value is added as we educate students who will be the next generation that empowers our community to even greater heights. Each and every day, we touch the future by preparing our students to be great citizens of this society, to provide them with the knowledge and skills to solve the most difficult problems we face, by providing an environment where they can mature and understand that giving back and helping those less fortunate than they are provides something just as important as the dollar in their pocket, that warm sense of helping someone else. We help our students see what it means to make a difference by doing that, making a difference each and every day, and helping our students do it themselves. I want you to know how privileged I feel to work with you and the many outstanding people who are the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Our students, faculty, staff, community volunteers, alumni, and friends. Together we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us to train the leaders of tomorrow, to challenge our students to be knowledgeable, caring, and compassionate citizens of our society. Together, as a campus community, we almost literally touch the future each and every day on our campus. So our students are the future of our society, and what we do really matters. Thank you very much. We're just going to play one video snippet from Convocation, which is quick, and then I'll answer questions. Our students are what it's all about, right? At the end of that, I was talking to Bradley Bell and said, too bad we didn't get a view from up high to see that 2019. And of course, somebody had already thought about it. And we did have it. Isn't that great? That Convocation this year is an example of what I hope you will all feel empowered to suggest things that we might do a little different, to look at some new traditions we want to establish. How do we make Convocation better? That was a challenge last year. We had poor attendance. We got students turned out. We did some fun things. There were parents there. We can improve even more, but I think it's a great start. There are a lot of other things that you see in the way we do business every day that, hey, maybe we could try this. We're interested. We want to talk about it. You have great ideas. So let's look at how we make UTC an even better university than it is now. So if there are some questions, I'll take them. If you have questions and are leaving here and don't get a chance to ask it or don't think I answered the question that was really asked, either say it now or send me an email and I'll make sure that I get it addressed. And we do have Chancellor's Coffees where people can come and ask questions. There's no agenda. It's just what's on your mind. So are there questions here?
Can I ask it from here?
I think so. I'll repeat it so people can hear it. So Dean Rutledge is asking about the state office building on Macaulay. 173,000 square feet according to the newspaper. I think that was maybe the 6th or 7th assessment of square footage in that building I'd seen. So the probation department hasn't moved out of it. The latest we have is that they should be out by July of 2016. And so hopefully we will be able to get in. And the MAP building is currently under renovation for OT and PT. The first floor of that building probably be an additive manufacturing community-based laboratory working with engineering and maybe others on our campus. We're working on that right now with the Enterprise Center, and there's active planning going on. But the construction in there is on part of the second floor and the third floor where OT and PT will be. So see, that illustrates the need for a website where we could go and look all this stuff up. Are we going to renovate or spruce up the Oak Street and Vine Street in the campus? Yes, we are. And that's a project planned for next summer. But there are a number of these things that we need to have up because there's a lot happening on our campus. Okay? All right. Thank you for what you do and for being here, being engaged. And let me know if you have thoughts and ideas. Work with your department heads, with your dean, with your supervisors, and get ideas out. Don't be afraid to suggest something because, oh, they'll think it's stupid. This convocation was several different people, and Tom Griscom was one of them who said, oh, wouldn't this be neat? How would it work? Could you actually get that many people down there? And Stuart Benkert, who's lined up people in a band, said, oh my gosh, can you actually do it? But we made it work. I thought it was really fun. So I hope everybody will want to go to Convocation next year, and there'll be other things that you're thinking of that we'll want to attend and be a part of. So thank you for what you do.